So let's continue our part of advanced wall. Okay, that is the curtain system we have seen in the previous lecture, and in this lecture we are going to see or deal with the stack wall system. Okay, so one thing before we move ahead with the stack wall, there was one thing that was pending in the curtain wall that we were about to discuss in the last lecture. Okay, so let's, for example, I will create a solid wall. Okay, let's say I have created a solid wall here, and let's check in 3D. So this is my solid wall that is placed. Okay, so if I want to create a curtain wall that is embedded in a solid wall, so we can create that as well. Okay, so if I add or create a curtain wall, let's say it's a 2 meter wall, and if I just add a curtain wall here, then the curtain wall geometry won't cut the existing solid wall geometry. Okay, this is because of the parameter that we have seen in the curtain wall, which was when you go to edit type, and here you can see automatically embedded. Okay, so as the automatically embedded is unchecked, okay, so whenever you create a curtain wall that is inside a solid wall or any wall, okay, so that geometry won't be cut. Okay, so this is the use of automatically embed. Okay, so when this is checked, whenever you create a curtain wall inside a solid wall, then automatically that much portion of the curtain walls would be considered, and that would be deducted from the solid wall. Okay, so let's cancel it for now. Let's delete this element and go to edit type again, and for now, before placing, we'll just check this automatically embed option on and hit OK. Now let's go to level again, level 0, and now try to place a wall. You can see in the floor plan only, as the wall we have modeled, the geometry, main wall geometry is now cut, and the portion similar that is equal to the curtain wall has been deducted from the solid wall geometry. Okay, this is just because of the option that we have used, that is automatically embed. If this is turned off, then no geometry would be cut from the solid wall, despite there is a presence of curtain wall. Okay, so whenever you need to host or embed your curtain wall inside a solid geometry wall, all you need to do is automatically embed the curtain wall type that you are going to use. Okay, so and there are special doors and windows for the curtain walls as well. Okay, so when you try to place a normal door, let's say, let's go with the flush door, I'm able to place that door in any solid wall. Okay, but whenever I go to I go and approach the curtain wall system here, I'm unable to place it. Though it is a wall, okay, though it is a wall, but the family for this wall is different, and these regular types of doors are only embedded into the solid walls. Okay, not with the curtain walls. So in order to place a door or any glass partition for a curtain wall, you need to just first set the grid lines. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you, as you have seen the grid lines in the last lecture. So let's go to grid lines. I've just created a grid in this fashion. Okay, so I'll just keep this center part open, that is a door would be fit here. So let's go to the drop down panel, and we can see there is no door actually present. Like as we have replaced the panel system like the glazed or solid with any wall. Similarly, you can replace this panel with any door or window system. Okay, so let's check an example for it. Go to insert, load family, and here you can access the doors. Okay, so here we have different doors for curtain walls. Let's check this out. No, that was not the door which we can use for a curtain wall. So let's go to load family again. No, there are no doors here. External doors. These doors are like specifically going with the curtain walls only. Okay, so there are a few door families that go only with the curtain walls and not with the regular walls. So let's check in the US doors. Okay, so we have a curtain wall. See, as the name suggests, M door, that is metric door, curtain wall, and double glass. So likewise, you can select any of the doors that are, so this door won't be able to embed into our curtain walls. So curtain walls requires a specific type of doors that are created only for curtain wall system and not for normal brick wall, okay, or normal any wall, okay. These remaining doors can be used for the normal walls, but not for curtain walls. Okay, so let's take an example of this. Let's hit OK. And now you need to just select the panels which by which you need to replace the door width. Okay, so I'll just select this panel here. And now in the drop down, you can see we can have a door that is available as we have inserted it. So let's just click on door and you can see the door is now placed. You can just select this and you can see the properties of the element. You can see that the element that we have replaced the panel is the door element. Okay, so in this way, you can add a door window specifically for a curtain wall, but the process of selecting the elements is not similar as we have seen for the conventional wall. Those elements or the doors or windows that are hosted for curtain walls are different, and those that are hosted on a normal wall, those are different. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's start with the stacked wall system. So let's select the wall again, architecture wall, and now from the drop down list we just need to select the stacked wall families. Okay, so this is the stacked wall family that is available, and we have three types of stacked wall family types that are available here. So let's go for this one. Let's keep it level to level for now, and I'll just model a single wall here. Okay, so let's take a section here, go to view. So meaning of stack wall is nothing but there are multiple types of wall families that are stacked one above the other, and like an assembly type of thing is formed. Okay, so let's, as you can see here, there is a different wall at the bottom, there is a different wall here, there is a different wall that is above both of them, and we have sweeps and reveals as well. Okay, so let's check what actually the wall assembly is made of. So when you select the element, you need to just go to edit type. From edit type, you can see the type is cavity with footing. Okay, now if you just edit the structure, you can see there are three, the wall or the assembly, that is the stacked wall assembly, is made up of three different walls. Uh, from the starting at the bottom, we have a foundation wall at the bottom, then we have a different wall here, and then we have a different wall above. So you can have multiple types of walls inserted all together by using the insert. So if you want to insert any wall layer, you just need to insert. Okay, so you can see the the name or the new type that we have inserted here has been highlighted. So if you want to change the type, you can just go to the drop down and you can select any of the wall type as required. Okay, so you can go to the drop down. If you want to delete unwanted thing, you can just hit delete. If you want to change the height, for now it's 300 mm. If you want to change the height, all you need to add a value here and then hit OK. Now you can see the height is now changed to 500 mm, okay, as the preview suggests. So if you want to change the height, you can use the height parameter that is available, and height can be assigned to each individual layer separately. Okay, so if you want a different height for the wall layer that is present here, if you want to assign different height, you can give a different height. If you want to assign different height for this one, you can give this one, and one layer would remain variable. Okay, so if for example the total height of your wall is maybe let's say 2000 mm, okay, like 2 meters. So the remaining part that is remaining, that is the part of the or the height of the wall that is remaining when you deduct 700 and 500 mm with 2000 mm, so the remaining portion would be 800. So the height would be variable and the variable value would be 800 mm. Okay, so whatever the height that is pending on deducting the values for the multi layers of the walls, that would be counted under variable. Okay, so if you want to give any value here, you can have it. Even you can assign an offset for it. Okay, so if you change the offset here, let's say 100 mm. Okay, you can see the wall, now the wall is now shifted a little. Okay, so if you want to change the offset or the location line of the wall, you can just do it from here as well. If you want to change the offset here, now you can notice the change. Okay, see, if you want to change the offset here, okay, see, you can notice the change here in the preview as well. Okay, so if you want to play with the offset, you can play with the offset here. And if you want various types of families, like the wall types that can be used or stacked one above the other, so you can go for any of the families, but make sure those are sensible. Okay, so there won't be any lesser thickness wall at the bottom and a larger thickness wall at the top. Okay, so that won't be a practical example. Okay, so from here you can play with all the parameters that are available. So if you want a total new wall, stack wall to be created, all you just need to select duplicate, and let's say uh, stacked wall 1. Okay, hit okay. Now let's create a new stack wall. So I don't want any of the layers for now. Let's keep a single layer, that is foundation concrete, at the bottom. So let's add a new layer. Okay, so we'll just use three different types of walls to create a stacked wall. Okay, so our base would be foundation wall, and this should not be variable. So I'll just keep this one as down, and this I'll just move this one as up. The one with the variable icon or the variable height, I will just move it, shift it to above. And let's change the wall type here as external wall. And here let's give the wall footing height as let's say 2500 mm. And the last one would be just any finish. Let's say we are using this for an example purpose. So do we have any small thickness wall available? Okay, so this one. So in this way, the total height of our wall is extending above 4 meters or maybe 5 meters. Like the addition of these two walls, the height of these two walls is almost close to 5500 mm. But if you want to change it, let's change it. Let's keep it as 1500 for now, and the rest of the thickness assigned for this wall is nothing but the variable. Okay. So as our walls are now formed, let's go for okay, apply okay, and just check how our wall actually looks like. So we have created a stacked wall comprising of three different layers. Okay, so now let's check if I reduce the height here. Okay, for now let's keep it unconnected, and if I reduce the height of this wall, like I say 3000 mm, delete. So the elements like the wall won't exist because the height of these two walls that you have mentioned in the edit type parameter is exceeding that value. Okay, so the height of the bottom layer is 2500 mm and the height of the second wall is 1500. So the total count is 4000 mm. Okay, so the wall would only exist whenever the height of the overall wall is above 4 meters. Okay, any value that is below 4 meters, the element or the wall stacked wall assembly won't exist. So let's check it out again. So if I make the unconnected height as 4001 mm, can't make wall because the height for this wall creation is too short. Okay, see, the wall exists for any value that is above and closely above to 4000. But if I reduce the wall here, okay, below certain limit, the error or the wall geometry is unable to be formed or exist. So the wall element would be deleted automatically. So this is another case wherein you have the height of the walls fixed, and you can use the stacked wall as per your conditions. So in this way, you can use and play with the stack wall command. Hope you enjoyed learning. Thank you.